I think it's time that I admit this to you guys. Yes, it's real. It's a real game, okay? I do in fact own Super Bubble Pop, so we can put the rumors to rest, alright? A while ago, I want to say literally October of 2023, I made a video, which I'm not like, I don't know, it's not my favorite video in the world. It was like around the time where I was still getting over being camera shy on YouTube, you know? But it was a video of me going over some of my like favorite terrible game case designs, and Super Bubble Pop was one of them, and I got a few comments saying like, no way that's a real game. No way Angela has that in her collection. Oh, I have that. I have it right here, baby. And we're gonna talk about it today, just because you don't believe me. I wouldn't say this is like one of the weirdest games that I own. It is up there though. It is up there for sure. The story of me finding this game was I went into my local nerd store and it was just sitting there, like literally in the front of the store, on a display case that it didn't belong in. I think it was literally in the Xbox 360 area, and I was like, hey, what are you doing here? And then I picked it up and I was like, wow, this is magnificent art on the front of it. Just like the preset like circles from Illustrator sitting in the background to the bleeding type on it. And then when you flip it over, this is when I knew I had to buy the game. When you flip it over, the Helvetica font. It was like, okay, you're coming home to me. And even just the letter kerning on the very front of the case, you know, that like S that's just like all the way on the other side of the world. You just know. If they're lacking in this amount of effort for the case design, I'm buying the game. Like, I have to buy this game because there's no way they put any effort into the actual game itself. Normally what I do when I buy stupid, silly games like this, I like to play them for like maybe 20 minutes just to see what's going on. And then I like to delve into who are the people behind this and why, you know? And boy, oh boy, this was the silliest thing to discover about this game. And I hope you guys are ready for this today. If you're watching this on your lunch break, ask your boss for like 10 more minutes. If you're watching this before you're going to sleep and your eyes are like halfway shut and I'm sitting there on your phone, please just give me like 5 more minutes of your time. You have to witness this. So, looking into this, there are 2 main developers on this game. One of them is Zombie Inc., which you're like, whoa, what a sick ass name. And the other one is Runecraft, and you're like, whoa, rune crafting, the skill in RuneScape. I will never shut up about RuneScape. And then you look even further and you're like, Jalico? Jalico was one of the people who published the game? What are you doing here? Why are you doing here, you know? Not saying every game Jalico produced were bangers, but like a very well-known publishing company. I mean, it kind of makes sense. Bubble Pop is just sitting there right next to fucking Goblin Commander Unleash the Horde. So I would say this is a good home. Jalico might actually just be a really good home for this game. But anyway, let's take a look at these developers, right? So, Runecraft. They were actually commissioned by the British Broadcasting Corporation to develop a fighting game engine for an upcoming game that they had. But that game never was had. But overall, looking through the games in Runecraft that were actually published, just your basic, simple games. Monopoly, Barbie, Pajama Sam 3, you are what you eat from your head to your feet. I don't like that name. And then on the other end of the developers, you're like, oh my god, Zombie Inc., cool ass fucking name. These guys are rad! Oh my god! Like, let's go and see what they're making, right? When I first looked at their list, hold on, I gotta sit and think and collect my thoughts for a minute. It kind of feels like when you're eating like tortilla chips, right? And you're like, wow, these are really yummy. And then like you fully just like swallow the sharpest piece and it's just scratching all the way down your throat, right? That's how it felt when I started reading this list. Cause you're like, okay, wow, Ice and Fire, Locust. Wow, these look like really normal just games. And then you just get to United States Armed Forces games. So basically, both of these developers were just commissioned by the strangest people. I would have to argue Zombie, though, was a little bit stranger to be, like, commissioned by the United States Armed Forces to make literal training and recruitment games. You got the classics on this list, though. Like, come on, guys. You can't go wrong with America's Army Special Forces, or Future Force Company Commander, or even Virtual Army Experience. Come on, guys. Oh, but don't worry, we also have Super Bubble Pop on the list. So a very big crazy jump there into the world of popping bubbles. If we read from the back of the case, it basically tells us, dance to the beat of crazy music and play 150 levels of bubble popping action in this 3D puzzle game. Make your move and work quickly to take out the bubbles before they take you out. Oh wow, they just throw you right into it. Green. With rocking soundtracks and fast-paced gameplay, Super Bubble Pop will keep you grooving to the beat for hours. So, it says that you can use up to 9 different special attacks. Like always, when I play these silly games, I don't understand what these special attacks are and what they do. And then when I look it up on the internet, I still don't understand what these special attacks are and what they do. But I came across something lovely, truth be told. I came across a site that just had a ton of different reviews on the game. And this one was like one of the only reviews that kind of got into like what these power-ups look like and how to like maybe look and see if you're using them right. They say power-ups boost your offense. You can flip or freeze columns of bubbles, swap colors, set off earthquakes. We love that, and more. I hate that, and more. Just tell me! Each character also has a massive and unique special attack, including big explosions, crushing the puzzle under a sheet of plastic wrap. Cool, I guess. But I love how it ends off on this. Visually, the game is beyond arresting and it's nearly epileptic. I can't read a thing. Bring back the Helvetica text. Like, what is going on? Alright. Training, chilled, groovin', hardcore. It's even worse when you're like going to select. Like, what is going on? I hate that his name is blue and it's green text. Now this confuses me a little bit. 4 unique soundtracks that obviously will keep you grooving as you pop those bubbles. Doesn't one game, like this would be the soundtrack of the game, right? So if there's 4 unique, what do they mean by soundtracks? Like they got 4 different soundtracks in the game? Okay, wait a minute. Yeah, jukebox. Why is it just the same song? Alright, let's take a look and see what we got. You know, I'm a little confused. Okay, is Pop Till You Drop playing right now? Oh. Yeah, wait, hold on. Latino mix? Bubble Builder Shanty. Wait, put that shit in. Wait, I put that in twice. How do I move it? Yeah, put that up there. Is it gonna change? Because this is the longest song ever. Finally. Huh. Is this what a shanty is? What about unnamed? Like they couldn't come up with a name for this one? Let's add it. Is this unnamed? Why does this sound like the bubble popping one we listened to? Hold on. Guys, wait a minute. Also, from doing more and more research on this game, I came across a title that was also popping up a lot called Super Bust a Move. And I was like, hey, like they're comparing Super Bubble Pop to Super Bust a Move. Like, I gotta see what's going on. And holy shit. Listen. This is all hypothetical, okay? I'm not saying they saw Super Bust a Move and they're like, oh my god, bubbles, balls, whatever you want to call them. Fun colors, funky soundtrack. We can make a game like that. I'm not saying that's what happened, but I'm also saying that's not what happened.